Fuck, let's just do a listen. I've been answering a lot of questions about the thing that I shared this morning. Too many fucking questions. I'll just do a lesson. Here we go. You want to get a pen and a paper? We're going to do a little bit of self-measurement. We're going to do your prosperity figure. If you're an infinite prosperity student, you probably already fucking know this. A lot of people here aren't IP students yet. Golly gosh, what's going on here? Step 1, tally up the total of your liquid assets. That is cash in the pocket, cash in the bank, cash under the mattress. Tally up all your cash, stocks, bonds, ETFs, real estate investment trusts. If you have silver or gold bullion, if you carry bullion, that counts as a liquid asset. Tally all of it up and get a figure. If you have a house or a car, that's not liquidity. That's not a liquid asset. Don't include that. Include everything else, your liquidity. Step 2, your monthly expenses. What you spend every month to do the lifestyle, to do the house, to do the clothes, to do the food, the water, your necessities. What does it cost you to live? And then step 3, tally up your passive and semi-passive income. If you have stocks that deliver a dividend yield, what's the dividend? That's your passive income. If you have a business that you don't have to work in, that generates a profit without you being there in time or space, that is semi-passive income. Semi-passive or even passive income. Write down how much you make of that every month. Here we go. I've done some figures here. This is a reasonably standard. Liquid assets, 10K. Expenses, 4,000 a month. Passive income, $0 a month. Then you get the three numbers and you do this formula, A over E minus PI. That, in this case, is 10K over 4K, is 2.5 months. This person's good for 2.5. What that means is someone in this financial situation is good for 2.5 months. If their job stops being their job, if their primary income falls over, if they break their leg and they're a fucking contractor and they have to physically work to make money, they're good for 2.5 months. After that, they are in trouble. Most people measure financial success in terms of some sort of dollar figure in their bank account. We measure it in time. How far you can buy forward into the future. You could have 10 million in the bank account, but if you've acclimated to a really expensive lifestyle, you could be good for 2.5 months. You could be a multi-millionaire and be stressed as fuck. This is very common. Being a millionaire doesn't mean shit unless you know what else is happening behind the scenes. A millionaire who hasn't yet learned how to mobilize his liquidity and turn it into passive income could have their millions tied up in equity. They could be stressed. They might not have a lot of money to spend. So more so than focusing on this number, million, which is fine to do, remember that it's not the be all end all. You want to go for time. What number did you get? If you want to share it with me, share it with me. How many months you got, or how many weeks you got. Some people are days and weeks. Literally, they're good for days and weeks. You want to get your number and focus on increasing it. This number determines your financial independence, your financial security. It's correlated to the dollars, but it's this number that makes a difference. And because there's only 3 components to the formula, it's very easy. There's only 3 things that you have to keep in mind. You want to increase your liquidity, you want to reduce your expenses, and you want to increase your passive income. When your passive income reaches the level of your expenses, the denominator reaches 0. 4,000 minus 4,000 is 0. You can't divide by 0. It's called infinite prosperity. Infinite prosperity is a state of financial being where your passive and semi-passive income is the same as your living expenses. It's got nothing necessarily to do with being a millionaire. You can reach infinite prosperity with 50 grand, 100 grand. Depends on your lifestyle. This is where most people fuck it up. They have a single income job, which is active. They actually physically have to take their body into some place and go and make money. And as that increases, as they get paid more, or as they climb the corporate ladder, so to speak, or as they get a promotion or get a bonus at work, they think, ooh, fuck yeah, this feels good. I'm going to go and spend it. As their active income rises, their expenses and lifestyle rise. It's usually to a ratio of 1-to-1. New cars, new shoes, new bag, new watch. And if your expenses and lifestyle rise to the same degree that your active income rises, you'll never be siphoning off an ever-increasing portion to put into your passive investment portfolio. And instead of reducing your expenses, they'll keep going up. You'll keep pushing them up to meet some kind of requirement that you've cooked up in your own mind to keep up with the Joneses. And if you keep exhausting all of your income, your expenses keep rising to the same degree that your income's rising, you'll never be saving and investing, and you'll never be growing your passive income. That's why you go and ask a kid who's 12 years old, who lives with his mum and dad, and they get maybe $20 a week in pocket money for doing the washing. Ask them how they feel financially. And they might say, look, I'm doing all right. I get the $20 a week at the moment. I could make a little more, but I'm doing all right. I get touch up on Thursdays. I get the food. I get the clothing. I get water. I'm doing okay. Now, when they go and get a job when they're 16, 17, they start making a little bit more income. Guess what happens? They start spending more. They start boozing up. they spend as much as they earn. Then they usually go and fuck around getting a degree, and then they go and get a job that makes $50,000, $60,000 a year maybe, and then they go and spend as much as they earn. You ask them how they're feeling, someone who makes 50 a year. They'll probably say, look, I'm doing okay, I feel alright, I mean I can get by, I got the food, I got the shelter, I got the clothing, I can get by, I wouldn't mind making a little more. They feel the same as they did when they were a fucking kid making 20 a week. That's because your liquidity can rise, your equity can rise, your income can rise, but if your prosperity figure is plateauing, which most people do, you will perpetually have that feeling of, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not advancing. Your income could be going up, your net worth could even be going up, but you feel like you're not going anywhere. And then you get the person with the 50K a year and they get the promotion, they go to the next job and they get the 100,000 a year. Guess what happens? Their lifestyle probably doubles, and you ask them how they're feeling a couple of months later. And if they've done the same pattern, they're gonna feel the same way. If they kept increasing their debt, if they kept buying things on their credit card, if they kept trying to keep up with the Joneses, it doesn't end. It doesn't end when you get to a certain level. It will go into the 7 figures, into the 8-figure income. The celebrities with $100 millions, it happens to them. Oh, and fuck, this is what everyone does as well. They get the liquid assets, maybe they've got a big cash kitty there, they go and blow it on a deposit, which depletes their liquidity, it increases their expenses, and it does sweet bugger all to their passive income. Buying a home moves you away from financial independence. It's going to lower this number and make you feel stressed. So the first thing I do when I get a financial coaching client is take them through this formula. Let them know what's going on. Let them know that chasing some income figure or some net worth figure isn't going to make a difference unless you change your habits and your financial mindset to go and siphon off some of that income and to go and mobilize some of that net worth and create passive income. You could go a whole lifetime chasing fucking unicorns. I'm going to get this degree and this job and this level of income and this level of net worth, and you still could be stressed as fuck financially. The reality is, increase your liquidity through saving, control your expenses through finding out why you're going and blowing all your money. Perhaps you're trying to do a retail escape and trying to cover up something that you're not fulfilled with. And then go and learn how to mobilize that liquidity to generate passive and semi-passive income. Income is the outcome. That's the name of the game. If you do these 3 things, you'll move toward financial independence. And if you don't do those 3 things, you move away from financial independence. It's as simple as that. That's what infinite prosperity is. That's why we call it infinite prosperity. I hope you enjoyed today's little lesson. Are you excited about breakfast?
Yes, I am.
Oh my golly gosh. Robin and I have been fasting since Sunday night. It's now Thursday morning?
Yes.
It's now Thursday morning. We're fucking hungry. Let's go, lady. Can you get the lift kit?
Oh, yeah.
Golly gosh.